Yellow. Uh-oh, I'm being mute at. Hold on, I need to post somewhere. Hello? Rawr. Anywho. Anybody want to see the rescue kitten? Would you like to see the rescue kitten? I've got a kitten. Hi. Meow. Hi. Look at the little kitten. Look at the little kitten. Meow. This is me trying to play video games. I'm just trying to deal with this. Meow. What? No, don't jump, don't jump. Meow. Okay, fine. If you can jump. No, no. Hold on. She's being fussy right now. There. Hey, come here. She wants her feet on solid ground, apparently. On something resembling solid ground. Oh. Which means the computer desk, but no, she just wants to play. Meow. 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 What? What are you doing, you little Miss Fuzzy Butt? No, you're not allowed to go exploring on the desk. You'll step on things. Right. Under the chair. Alright. Anywho. Let's get some questing in. We got the first 3 quests done yesterday. We'll work on the next few quests. Alright. Let me see if I understand you. The dead mongers killed people so they could collect the corpses. Then the corpses were delivered to the Institute of Revivification Studies so the Institute could make the corpses into servitor constructs. All this at the behest of Dr. Victor Mordenheim. Oh my, this is quite disturbing. We must tell others about this plot. Fortunately, the perfect opportunity to alert higher authorities has already presented itself. It seems you've been invited to meet with Baron von Albrecher. The Baron often puts on little receptions at his castle for people he finds interesting. While you're there, you can tell him about the killings and the corpses. His messenger's right over there, Petra Meldung. Alright. Let's go talk to Petra. We got two folklorists with the same last name, Jacob and Wilhelm. Bet they're brothers or cousins or something. Alright. My master sends you greetings. You've made quite an impression. I am here on behalf of Baron von Obrecher. He is eager to meet the brave and brash newcomer to these lands, so he invites you to a reception in his home. And don't think for a moment about changing your attire. You look suitably exotic for a stranger from afar. Oh, that's nice. Who is Baron von Obrecher? You are a newcomer indeed. Baron von Obrecher rules all of Lamordia. He is brave and wise, strong and clever, a defender of tradition and on the vanguard of the future. Modest as well. In recent days, the Baron has been preoccupied with the problems posed by the inclement weather. Yet he feels strongly that we must make time to celebrate in the face of adversity. Which is why he has planned this reception. Why should I go to this party? The Baron's entertainments are always quite lively, even in these difficult times. And you will meet some of the most important people in Lamordia. Business magnates, government officials, scholars, and the like. Why, if you're lucky, you may even get a glimpse of Dr. Moltenheim. She and the Baron are engaged in some highly confidential projects at the moment. Alright, where is this party? The reception is being held at Schloss Obrecher, a most impressive castle in the Baron's ancestral home. A boat has been dispatched to fetch you. Go down to the harbor and look for the craft that will take you across the bay to the castle. Alright.
Toby, we not killing kobolds in sewer again!
The kobold has some opinions about this shit. Okay. And I'm gonna go back on record again to say I really love all the still life paintings they've been putting here. This is really, really good. Alright. I remember we picked up our hireling. No, we did not. I thought we had picked up our hireling. Well, let's go talk to the hireling vendor real quick then. That would have been embarrassing. I think I had started to and forgot to actually finish the purchase because I was yapping about how Alberforth is way better than what's his face. There we go. We got our hirelings gone. Alright, let's go! So far, we've done the very first quest we did on hard, and then I bumped it up to the intro quest, and then I bumped it up to elite for the other quest. It's been a little bit of a challenge, especially since I didn't know what I'm getting into. We're gonna keep playing it on elite until I feel like I can't anymore. And then, depending on how the saga reward tips out, if I need to go back and do the intro quest again on Elite to get the true Elite reward, then we'll do that. But I'm going to deal with that for a while. We're going to go look around. One thing I'm noticing is just how empty the town is. I mean, there are some, some dudes here. But there's a lot of landscape and not a lot of mob density. I mean, there's some up there. But I really do appreciate the Victorian era, 18th century era stylings of industrial town. Ugly and brick and whatnot. Need to stop hitting that. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. haven't got, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the quests first. And go from there when it comes to, like, exploring the landscape. Nice steamship. Get us where we need to go. Now, I hadn't seen this castle across the way. The central tower bit doesn't really strike me as... Well, I mean, obviously the rest of the town is based on, like, Victorian 18th century Germany, 18th century, like a fantasy version of 18th century stuff. But this central thing feels more like, I don't know, Hagia Sophia or Taj Mahal sort of influences rather than the Germanic influences. Alright, let's go. Now, I'm making a point to do each quest one at a time and do them in order. Okay, there's a shrine right
You
in
have
front of us.
arrived at Schloss Albrecher under the pretext of attending the Baron's reception. Yet you're not actually here to mingle. Instead, you plan to tell the Baron that the citizens of Lamordia are being killed to create servitor constructs. Perhaps you can enlist his help in stopping this horrifying practice.
Why do I have a feeling he's in on it? I mean, the whole idea that he and the doctor, Dr. Mordenheim, are working together on stuff immediately screams, bad guy!
The Baron's Grand Hall is just that, grand.
It is pretty
Your
grand.
senses are overwhelmed with the sights, sounds, and smells of this opulent reception. Yet the Baron himself is nowhere to be seen. You'll need to find someone close to him to gain an audience.
Foxwife, the redheaded, or redhead the werewhale, or the tail of the mouse, the bird and the sausage. What about this? The Grand Socialist, that's just down the road. There's a magic shrine far up in the Sleeping Beast Mountains. If you should reach it, your fondest wish should be granted. But of course, it's not that simple. The path leading up to the shrines is filled with dangers, not to mention strange visions. And if your wish is granted, the dark powers of the shrine demand a price. There's always a price in these stories. Ah, they're brothers. My brother and I thought they were. My brother and I collect them. We're compiling a comprehensive collection of Lamordia's legends and lore. Ooh, nice alliteration there. The first scholarly investigation of old wives' tales. We go from town to town, writing down every ghost story, body anecdote, and absurd fairy tale we can find. Many people think we're mad, but we view it as preserving Lamordia's beloved legends in a time of tedious scientific literalism. Sounds like nice work we can get to it.
Legends tell of a shrine up in the mountains. It's a place where you can make a bargain with dark powers and obtain your heart's desire. For a price. There's always a price in these stories.
Mm-hmm. I do know that, if Lord of the Rings Online's hobbits knew about these outfits, they'd be like, what the fuck, I want these. Okay, that's a lot of booze and not a lot of food. There's a mine owner. There's look at that lean. Look at that lean posture. The leaning against the pillar there. Nice. Cole pays the bills, but you want to do something better. Tell me you hate AI without telling me you hate AI. Okay. Yeah, she had dozens of them. So Grimishka are like tribbles in that regard, huh? Born pregnant? Ooh, it's a very tender horse. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the coal guy. Did he say anything else? Okay, lots of comments. Now, actually, it's very interesting to see what other people say. Some of them are saying all the same things, like put all your money in mining and fishing. Alright. We're getting a lot of the same comments from everybody.
Most of the guests are dressed to the nines, but this woman in a lab coat and goggles sticks out like a sore thumb. She stands far away from the others, eyeing them with clinical disdain.
Don't bother you? Why do I have a feeling that was Dr. Mordenheim? And we can go through that door. We can go through that door, or we cannot go through this door. Okay, well, let's go to this door first, because this one would seem to be the less intriguing one. I want to save the good intriguing ones for later. Okay, a vault. Hi. Okay. Froggo, what do you find, my buddy? I have a feeling it's probably traps to keep people from stealing the stuff in the vault. He found something. I can't see what he found. How about you? What do you want? You got a name. I didn't come here to enjoy the party, though the wine was quite delicious if I do say myself. Recently, I was able to procure some documents that implicate the Baron in unsavory business practices. The Baron is a reasonable man, so I intended on approaching him with these documents to get an explanation before deciding how to move forward. Now picture my surprise when I arrive here and the nosy guards confiscate these documents at the door. I'm sure the whole situation could be resolved easily when I meet with the Baron, but that stubborn vault keeper won't give me any documents back before the meeting. I can see if I can get them back for you if you get me an audience with the Baron. Ooh. You would do that for me? What a dear you are. Yes, I can pull some strings if you can get my documents back. Great, I'll see about finding those for you.
One of the guests has asked you to retrieve some highly sensitive documents. If you help her out, she can arrange an audience with the Baron for you.
Hi.
The Vault Keeper says that only the Baron's servants are allowed to remove things from the vault. Oddly, he made no mention of the Baron himself. In any case, you'll have to convince him to give you the documents. Or perhaps you can find a more clandestine way.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Well, I don't think we're very good at any of these, to be quite honest. Diplomacy, not so good. Intimidate, not so good. And bluff. Bluff is gonna be better. We're gonna try bluff. And it's gonna fail because we're so bad at this. I rolled a 2. Try again. Yep, I don't think we're gonna do this one. It doesn't look like doing it multiple times is causing anything bad. It's not locking us out, so I can roll as many times as I want. I want to see what happens if I get, you know, a nat 20. Well, at 18 still failed, expectedly. 19 failed. Oh, nat 20 failed. Alright, well. Not scary. Alright. I just clicked on the... Oh. That's weird. Alright, we can't do this. I just hop up here? Alrighty. Froggo's detecting something, but it's not showing me what. to be a little bit more sneaky. I like this little call thing. Hi. Shellbreaker has many rare and exciting magical artifacts in the Baron's private archive. As a connoisseur of such items, I am determined to see them during my visit. Yet, when I attempted to enter the artifact archive just now, a gaggle of hairless cats pounced on you. At first I found this strange, as I've never known my good friend the Baron to keep pets. Then I realized these must be Grimishkas. I don't want to be anywhere near those vile creatures when the inevitable happens. Wait, what? Grimishkas react violently when exposed to magic, and as I'm sure you can guess, such a reaction can be rather difficult to handle when they are surrounded by magical artifacts. Those caterwauling creatures could explode at any moment, and I'm not going in there while they remain. I could clear it out if you could get me an audience. Oh, there's an idea. I have trust with you. Grimishkas, in the meantime, let's see about pulling some strings with the Baron. He's from the room over there. Here's the key. No time.
This man wants you to clear out the Grimishkas in the Baron's archives. Perhaps he'll put in a good word with the Baron if you do a bit of pest control for him.
To keep going.
That should be the last of the Grimishkas. Now to return and see whether you can arrange an audience with the Baron.
They're coming out of these little holes, these burrows, these nests. Okay. I'll bet he says no. In his office on the east side of the thing. Okay. Thanks. Enjoy the archive.
You've managed to arrange an audience with the Baron at long last. You can find him in his study on the east side of the castle. There's a door here. Perhaps you won't have to get permission to access the vault. With the right technique, you could walk right in and take the documents yourself.
Alright, here's our note. Memorandum to confidential staff. The Baron is eager to host his receptions, which he believes will improve morale amongst Lamordia's elite. It is imperative, however, that our guests not learn the growing tensions between the Baron and Dr. Mordenheim, nor can they be made aware of the full extent of the food shortage situation. We must present a flawless facade of good cheer to the public. Aha! Alright, Froggo, do the thing! Froggo. Prago, where are you? Get your butt over here. Okay, look at all them traps. Alright, we're gonna leave everybody out here. Except me and Prago. Me and Prago only. We're gonna have Prago disable these pressure plates one at a time. I appreciate that this optional requires a trapper. If you don't have, like, you know, any of the 3 social skills up to where you can use them, then yeah. Okay, that wasn't the one I actually clicked on, but okay, get down with your bad self. Okay, so I'm guessing this is the Chest of Doom, Chaos and Destruction.
You deftly procure the documents from the vault. Now to return them to the rightful owner and see if she'll put in the good word for you.
Big vault. Okay. So both of them gave us either one of them will give us an option for the audience. And again, I do love the still lifes. Veggies and flowers and takes on real people. There's the fruit. So this is like the fruits. These are the veggies. Real people. More food. Okay. Alrighty.
A hush falls over the crowd, as if someone is about to speak. To your surprise, everyone turns to listen to a voice coming from a small mechanical...
Welcome to Schloss Aubrecker. I am honored to have so many of Lamordia's most eminent citizens here tonight in my home. I apologize that I am not there to greet you in person. Regrettably, I must attend to some vital affairs of state instead. However, you mustn't let my absence inhibit you. Eat, drink, make merry. Do not let this fine feast go to waste. The prophets of doom will tell you that these are troubled times. Yet with all the brilliant minds and courageous souls assembled here, I cannot help but feel that Lamordia's future must be warm and bright. So let us lift up our voices and our glasses to toast the brighter future that must surely arrive soon. Tula Mordia.
Yeah, Chula Mordia. Okay, we were told the Baron's office was to the east, but that's only the door. Maybe upstairs or down this hallway. We gotta go follow Dr. Mordenheim because this door doesn't lead nowhere. It's a fake door. Hey, Metal Dog, how you doing? What's going on?
The door flies open and someone shoves past you. The woman in a lab coat from earlier.
She calls him a spineless.
You've
buffoon.
entered the Baron's office, but there's still no sign of the man himself.
Oh.
Then a voice issues from a mechanical device.
Ah, the heroes I've heard so much about. Don't be shy. Come in and tell me what I can do for you.
Bodies are moving, they should be dead. Why aren't they dead? Ooh. But the people are being killed and reanimated with profane science. The malefactors are killing Lamordians that can then be reanimated through novel scientific methods. Alrighty, we'll...
What's that? Very concerning. Please gather round. We should discuss. Quite right to bring this to my attention. There's nothing to worry about. Everything is well in hand. You see, I'm the one who asked Dr. Mordenheim to build the servitors to begin with. The servitors are essential to manning the fishing fleet. And without the fleet, the Mordia would starve in a matter of weeks. So, a few must die now to provide servitors. This saves lives later on. Surely you can see that. I must admit, it's not the sort of thing the masses would understand. Which is why I can't let you leave.
Uh-oh.
The floor beneath you gives way. You plummet down to the dungeons below Schloss Albrecht.
We weren't on the trapdoor! Come on! I wasn't done exploring that other office either, damn it. I want to go back upstairs.
Welcome to another part of my home. A part most of my guests never get to see. This is where I keep some of the things Dr. Mordenheim sends me. Experiments. They're useful for security. You'll provide a splendid test of their capabilities.
The cave opens up here. In the chamber ahead, you see a hulking monstrosity, profanely sewn together and given some mockery of life.
Ooh, I have perished. Get out of the way. Thank you, Alvarez.
Kobold, see bright side. There's enough meat on your friend to feed 3 kobold families. trying to kill your friends on purpose? Kobold can help!
The huge creature falls to the ground, the floor shaking around it. Its body is motionless once more.
Well, that was fun. Okay, let's go back to that other room real quick. See what's in here. The Baron has orders to hire investigators to look into Dr. Mortenheim's activities. In particular, he needs more information about the woman called Elise. Hold on. I'm done reading that. As well as a trip Dr. Mortenheim took to a shrine in the Sleeping Beast Mountains shortly before the recent inclement weather began. Staff are reminded Dr. Mortenheim cannot be allowed to know this investigation is underway. Ooh, mystery.
This is a service elevator. While it could return you to the heart of the Baron's castle, you are clearly no longer welcome there. You should find another, less conspicuous way out.
Okay, Mom. Let's put my regular appearance back on. And... let's go this way. Okay, there's got to be a way to open this door. Must be... oh, it's one of these. Alright, everybody, hold still. Alright, we start with this one. Pointing this way. Yes? Yes. Come on. Oh no, it's not pointing this way. It is pointing this way. Oh. We'll do the trick you do with the other ones. Is you click on it. Oh. It's kind of annoying. Alright. If you double click on it, it turns it off, so it's kind of annoying in that regard. Okay, you're pointing to this one. You're pointing over here. You're pointing here. And you're pointing here. And suddenly the door is open. Shrine.
Don't imagine you can escape. My castle is staffed by very capable guards, and these cabins are full of other things.
Other things? Okay. If Dr. Mordenheim is reluctant to provide her expertise to the Baron for either the fishing fleet or the Baron's personal issues, then the Baron has authorized the following responses. First, remind Dr. Mordenheim that she depends on the Baron's generosity for the equipment and supplies she needs to conduct her experiments. Second, tell Dr. Mordenheim that, while the general public is unaware of Dr. Mordenheim's role in the current weather situation, the Baron has learned of the bargain she made. Will not hesitate to make this information known. Ooh, blackmail.
Apparently, the Baron is blackmailing Dr. Mordenheim to help him with his issues. Or else he'll tell the world about her bargain.
Okay.
But the details of the issues and the bargain are unclear.
Psst, guys, if anybody out there, this is great time for ambush!
Albert actually use the shrine? He did not. Dummy. Alright, we're gonna look... Well, we're gonna clear these guys out first. Hi, guys. It's a quarter till 9 in the evening, it's dark outside, and the ice cream truck is going up my street. What the actual fuck? Also bearing in mind that it is currently... ...74 degrees outside, so it's not exactly the burning chills that you would want to order ice cream. Just saying. I want to actually take a look down this way real quick. Okay, a door that doesn't open.
That's strange. There's a door here, but you can't seem to find a way to open it. For now, you'll have to content yourself with imagining what lies beyond.
I do like the DM work in this expansion so far. It feels like a DM actually speaking to you at the table. I have a feeling that once we get to the right place, those doors are going to open.
The way out is blocked by an electric barrier, similar to the ones holding in the scientists' experiments. Disabling this barrier will likely disable all the other barriers as well.
Well, that's a bad design, isn't it?
But there's no other way out, and it's not likely you'll be coming back here in any case.
I have a feeling that's not the case. Alright. Alright, let's go look up here. There's a note. I suspect Convolari had a lot of fun making these. Okay. Let's read the note. To redirect power, power the crystal corresponding to the region needing power, then pull the admin lever. Warning, do not power all three crystals at the same time. This will cause the power to short out. In case of full loss of power, any powered barriers will automatically switch to backup power. However, this will only last for 30 minutes, then the active barriers will fall. Make sure any maintenance to the main power is done while the power is off to avoid serious bodily harm. Okay. So... also known as isolate the Trappy McTraps. I like that. So it sounds like what we need to do is light up one of the crystals. Actually, let's turn this one off. Or apparently we're turning two on at once. Let's turn it off right now. So we got the Gandalf rune. None of these other ones have any kind of control thing. So I have a feeling we're going to have to drop all the barriers. Because that's the way out. But there's no way to get this particular rune and the other two going at once. It's either 2 or 1. Unless you're willing to route through the... well, no. Because there's no way to get both of these going and then get it across here. So... let's try this one. Try those two. I'm gonna park the hires here. Get them out of the way. Hey, where's the one that had the thing? Now that was the door we couldn't get through. Annoyingly enough. Okay. Okay, so those two didn't work. How about these two? Okay, so we've done the 2 on the end. We've done number 1 and number 2. Now it's time to do number 2 and number 3. Maybe we should just do them one at a time. So we'll just do number 2. Let me read the clue again. Like, how can he get all 3 at once, though? Or is there another admin lever that I'm completely missing? Or maybe we want them to short out. Let's short them all out. Let's go. Not sure how to get the energy to all 3 crystals at once, though. can you turn? Oh, shit! You can turn them. I forget that sometimes these are on tiles that you can actually change the direction of. Alright. Let's figure this one out. Let's turn this. Let's turn that. There, we got him. I figured out that part. Whether that's the actual solution of the puzzle, not a clue. Don't know. Let me check something real quick. Kind of bad if... No, it's using my right microphone. Second there, I was like, is anybody listening? Give me some healsies back. Okay, here we go.
The sounds of crackling electricity fade as the power in this area.
I don't know where you think you're going. There isn't anywhere in Lamordia for you to hide. You will pay for meddling with Dr. Mordenheim's scheme, one way or another.
After making your way through the winding caverns, you're relieved to see a glimmer of daylight at last. Your escape is at hand.
I missed the last note, though. I have a feeling that note was in that room we didn't go into upstairs. Oh well. We finished the quest. Not there. Pretty good for a caster. Legendary victory, I'll take it. But a little bit like... This feels like we should have been able to get into it. Hold on. This is probably not the smartest of ideas. I want to see if that one door is actually going to let us in. Nope, we're taunted by the one door. So, I missed the last note. That makes me sad. And there's no way for me to go up and get it. That was falling down the trapdoor in the Baron's office. Definitely was a point of no return. It's kind of stinky, but it do be what it do be. I'll know better for next time, or next character I send through. Okay. So, let's recall out, because again, we're doing the quests in order. And so the goal here is to learn the story in order. Alright. Go turn in our quest over here. I didn't actually read what the lady said. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter what I pick. Only died once, which is pretty good for a quest I did not know. But it felt kind of bad. There's like there wasn't only that one fighting boss. Yeah, we didn't get to go through that, there wasn't that back room that we could go through. I don't know. don't know what you did, but the Baron is furious. Indeed, I've been told I'm not even supposed to speak with you. Given all you've done to help with the dead mongers and their horrific practice, I'm willing to turn a blind eye. You aren't here, I'm not speaking to you. But you must understand, I can no longer provide you support from official city verses. Okay. Everybody's mad. Well, I cannot offer official help. I can point you to Wilhelm Finster. Right over there. Perhaps you met him at the Baron's party? Spent years studying old life story, styles himself a folklorist. That's about the Dark Temple. Alright. Ah, so you've developed an interest in Lemuria's folklore. Splendid! My brother and I have been studying it for years. It's such a rich and fascinating subject. For example, right down the road from here is the Dark Temple, famous in Lemurian legend. The local people say that whoever makes it up there will have their fondest wish granted to them. Where can I find... What is this really? It is a complex of ruins high up in the mountains. Ruins of what exactly I cannot say for certain. I'm a folklorist, not an archaeologist. I know all about stories, but not pots and masonry and the like. According to local stories, the place used to be a temple dedicated to certain mighty and mysterious dark powers. And what do? Usual thing for a folk story. In the legends, the dark powers offer people their fondest wish, but of course there's a price to be paid. There's always a price in these stories. Exactly what the price is varies, though. It seems to be tailored to the person making the wish. And where are they supposed to be found? To reach the temple, you need to take the Dark Pass, which leads high up into the mountains to the southeast. Okay? But beware, the stories warn of various things you might encounter on the journey. Dangerous terrain, strange visions of the past, unknown horrors. Plus, I imagine that with the current weather conditions, the journey will also be quite cold and snowy. Alright. Interesting. Oh wait, we're gonna bring out the hirelings first. No, don't teleport to Stormreach, you dingleberry. You know, the kitten's not making any noise, so she's probably curled up in her carrier. She likes to curl up in it. She's eeping. Which is better than causing trouble. Okay. Let's go find this Dark Temple. Doom, chaos, and destruction. Well, apparently the wolf wants to just kill people. So far, I haven't found anything I would consider to be rares or anything. Though clearly, the fire escapes. I'm actually surprised they do fire escapes. Ooh, can we run around the rooftops like Spider-Man? Because that would be badass. Well, we have a thing we can walk across. I do love cold oozes. They're adorable. I want one as a pet. Standing stone, get on that. So I'm guessing this is the area where one of the rares would appear. Actually, wasn't this similar to the... I don't know. But obviously... Hello? It says glass wall. Interesting. The blatting of the trumpets is really amazing. Da, 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 da. So this building is obviously something. What this building is. Is there a door on this side? There is not. Maybe the door is on this bigger street. Where'd I get this one?
I was a street rat, down on her luck like everyone else. Then I met Victra and we got on like a house afire. We had quite the time. Until that day. The day she gave me the unbreakable heart. Then, well, you could say we had a difference in opinion. I left. Now, I'll live forever with this thing in my chest.
Okay.
Even though what I want more than anything is to see it destroyed.
Oh, this is one of the quest locations. Yeah, we're not gonna deal with that. Yep. We're not on that quest. We're focusing on the quests we are on. We're doing them in order. What I'm hoping is that they don't do kind of... Mythdraenor didn't really do it this particular way. But, Vecna Unleashed did, to where... Oops, I'm targeting myself with a Dingleberry. In that you had your 9 quests for the expansion, right? And then all of a sudden you had 4 side quests that were side quests. That basically they weren't part of the main story about Vecna. They were just additional quests just lying around. So I'm hoping they don't do that here. I mean, with Mythdraenor, what they wound up doing was they had the side quests still were part of the main story. And all but one were actually just in the wilderness. You had to go find them. Alright, we go this way. Alright, I guess we're gonna go down here. Oh, a rare is up. That's nice. It's called the Lost. Well, let's get rid of these guys first, so I'm not fighting both of them at the same time. We get our 100. Not that it matters. Alright, let's go kick this guy's ass. Well, that worked very well. That also worked very well. I do like these cold light walkers. They're cool. Pun not exactly intended, but we'll run with it. Like anything cool in this chest? Anything interesting? Just some bleak wire. Okay, that did nothing. Snowflake oozes. I gotta worry about other mobs to kill. Unless they're directly in my way, like that wolf was. I love the Snowball Poltergeist. They're so cute. Cute but deadly.
I made good on my vow. I reached the temple, I spoke my wish aloud, and the dark powers granted it. A short time later, I had created the unbreakable heart and implanted it into Elise. She was alive once more, not a moving corpse. She was fully, entirely alive, stronger and more vital than ever. I had created the spark of life. And if I could do it once, surely I could do it again.
Okay, so Elise was dead. Like, entirely dead. Somehow Elise died. Alright, we're not gonna worry about those guys. Come on, let's go. We got a quest to do. Okay, this is not the lead to the quest then. Interesting. Let's go run up this hill. So I have not watched anybody stream the expansion yet, by design. Oh, another rare's up. Nice. Ooh, an ice flenser. Well, guess what? I got for you, sunshine. Definitely not cold spells. Okay, more bleak wire. I would like to get to a shrine before I go into this quest. Well, I could go into the quest and then step back out of the quest and then go back in. You know, because the XP doesn't matter because I'm already at level cap. So this is the famous shrine that if you have the dark gift thingy, you can then turn into them. Alright, we're just gonna ride up the hill. The hell with this. Oh, I guess this is gonna be one of the things we fight in here. This is gonna be good. Let's go.
This treacherous mountain path is set to lead to a temple devoted to the dark powers. Dr. Mordenheim came here in the past, and you're determined to find out why.
Somehow, Lamortia has been in the grip of a short winter. The winter is fairly new, but yet there's polar bears. A little bit unusual, that. Okay. Here's a passageway this way. What the hell are these things? Gricklings? They're like snakes, but with tentacles. Ugh. Okay, what else is in here? I guess this is the same little corner, okay. Okay, I see you, snowflake oozes. But we're healing them. That kind of sucked. Should have saw that coming, but I did not. Who hung the skeletons up? Do I want to know? No. We've got ice. Got a shrine. We're gonna use the shrine.
The air shimmers as figures take form.
Oh.
It must be one of the visions of the past you were told of. Here we are. The Sleeping Beast Mountains. Ready to get your wish granted?
If we don't plummet to our deaths in the process.
Oh, buck up, Victra. We might not die.
I merely jest, Elise. How could I let us fail?
That's the spirit.
Your vision of this previous journey up the mountain fades, and then there's a crashing sound as the ice wall collapses.
You rest, Master. Kobold will stand watch. Just kidding.
We're gonna go down to that other little hallway first. Before we do anything else. So being a cold druid is not very helpful in a lot of the stuff. I might switch back to my fire elemental stuff for a bit. But I think I would have to respec to do that. And I can't do that here. Or maybe I could. Hold on. Hold please. Yeah, I can't switch out my spells. But I would have this instead of that. Bring that down here. But yeah, mostly I took a bunch of cold spells. I really wish I could switch this out to Firestorm. We'll see if this gets us a little bit better damage against the snow stuff, but probably it's gonna be half-assing it. Nothing back here? Except, that. Okay. At least now we know winnowing is half the battle. Okay, well, let's go this way. Now that we can. even my dragon breath can't do anything for me. That's all cold damage. Alright. Oh, what's going on? Maybe I should put this acid damage. Yeah, we'll go with that. I do appreciate how claustrophobic this feels. This is definitely different than a lot of the dungeon spaces or cave spaces they've made for players. This one is definitely weirder. Because not only do we have like the personal lighting being the only light coming in. Screw you, little snakes. Gricklings. I imagine my Blightcaster, when she gets to level cap, will have a hell of a lot of fun here. all your gear is based on ice stuff.
The snow swirls as another vision of Victra and Elise forms.
What will you wish for when we reach the top?
If the legend is true, you mean?
Let's say it is.
The secret of life and death. The secret of the difference between a pound of flesh and a man who thinks and feels.
That's just your research.
Well, what about you?
How about a lifetime supply of mince pies?
You must be joking.
I am serious. If you grew up like me, you wouldn't doubt it.
So, we have the pursuit of truth and the pursuit of food.
You could wake up one day and all those comforts you're used to could be gone.
You'll still be here, at least.
I will be. Always.
A portion of the wall crumbles when the vision ends.
What are these cold light boxes?
A strange clacking sound echoes from the
Ooh,
passage
hook
ahead.
horror. Hook horror time. See, these guys are vulnerable as cold.
to the ground, causing a section of the stone wall to shatter.
Oh. Well, that is no bueno. Oh, there's a shrine. That's nice. And the treasure chest. Hooray! We get bleak conductors and legendary victory. Alright. Let's bring all the hires over.
You rest, Master. Kobold will stand watch. Just kidding.
Everybody rest up. So I do appreciate the fact that you have to watch where you're going. Watch where you put your feet. I do have to appreciate the new monsters that are in this expansion so far. I mean, I've seen some that, you know, we've seen before in DDO and other places. But, like, the Grish Kings, you've never seen them before. It's a wee bit drafty under here. I love those snowball effects. Those are cool. And I'm getting my ass kicked by them. Oh, if I could only turn undead. Ooh, falling down the well. Okay, do not hit them with cold spells, it heals them. Can I come around and hang out with you guys over here? Why, yes I can. Okay, is there anything down there? Looks like another trappy McTrap. Yeah. It looks like a trap. Let's bring everybody up. Alright, let's see if I can go down the ladder. And see, is it merely a trappy McTrap? Yep. Just a trappy McTrap. Nice of those guys to actually activate it for us so we could actually see that there was a trap. Hi guys, what's up? Having spike growth on my blight caster, and I also use it on my dark hunter as a good CC spell. CC / damage. Hidden door. Or maybe
the final skeleton falls and the walls explode.
Cold for a bit.
Why is cold people so dumb? Kobold afraid it might be contagious.
This is where I just keep resing the hires and let them fight.
Kobolds, the bright side. There enough meat on your friendly
doing much, but they are
Who
wiggling
are
in
not
there.
happy with some of your life choices?
Okay, I'm going to try a little something, something. Most of them. Got them all! Hooray! Alright, everybody, let's res. Albreath is still up. And nobody used the shrine.
Get back out there! Shinies not find themselves!
This is true, Kobold. You are not wrong. Alright. Everybody shrine, everybody shrine. It's actually quite fun. Rana, you wanna shrine? Alright, we'll go back to cold for a little bit. Put my little mask on. Okay, so there wasn't a treasure chest in there.
A vision of the past emerges on the ledge in front of you. This can't possibly be the end.
There's no way forward, love.
I will make a way. Stand back. Ugh, damn!
It's far too
Damn.
icy up here.
If only I had the right invention.
Come on, let's head home. Next time we'll be better prepared.
Very well. When we come back, the mountain will be at my mercy. When the vision fades, several pillars of ice erupt from the frozen pool below.
Jumping puzzle time! Everybody stay here. And we see what happens if you fall. But honestly, this one, I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm gonna wait till I get across first. Why do I have a feeling Elise was alive?
This vision seems more recent. Victor Mordenheim seems older and filled with a grim determination. I'm back, Elise. And this time I'm prepared. Before long, my wish will be granted, and the heart will be finished. Wait for me, my love. I will bring you back to life.
So how did Elise die?
The vision ends with Dr. Mordenheim triggering a switch in the wall, causing the concealed door to slide open.
That was not a difficult jumping puzzle, though. Now, I kind of want to actually fall down there and see what happens. Because, obviously, there's the mobs down there. Maybe it's an optional. We'll look it up on the wiki some other time. Again with the claustrophobia. Claustrophobia? Claustrophobia? Hi! Hello, you little shits! I hate these little guys. They're fine if you're, somebody who can turn undead.
Are you trying to kill your friends on purpose? Kobold can help!
Switch. Got a wee bit of fog in either direction.
A barrier of solidified darkness blocks the path ahead.
Man, more of these buttheads. Can we just like not have all of these guys? Wild Muse is sending her,
Why are you told people so dumb?
Oh no.
Kobold afraid it might be contagious.
I'm gonna res Rana real quick. Where was my light spell? Okay. Hey Hibernum, how you doing? I have died a few times. chilling? I'm on elite. On a cold druid, so. Okay, this is promising.
The first crystal by the barrier flares to life.
It sounds like the same voice actress who did some stuff for Vecna. Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright. I'm definitely appreciating how different these spaces are. Like how claustrophobic these caves are. Alright, down this cave. Please, no more goddamn unworthy seekers, whatever. Oops. Alright, wait in here. With our light spells, of which we do not have many. And we're gonna die again. Alright. Here. Feywild Muse has been doing the raised deads pretty good. They're not the best.
Happy with some of your life choices.
I know, Kobold. I don't like my life choices either. Alright, got them all. Two.
The barrier wavers as the second lever is pulled. The final lever is pulled, and the barrier fades.
That was fun. Very creepy. Is it possible your micro is a bit low? Getting cover your voice. It's also the fact that I'm talking way far away from it. And also not talking very loudly. I don't want to wake up the kitten. She's eeping right now. I mean, I could go wake up the kitten. Everybody likes the kitten. She's cute. Wait, this is the way we came in. Though a shrine wouldn't go amiss at this point, I'm just saying, game. Oh, there we are. We also didn't go down this way, which tells me there's probably something down. Nope, we did. We went down that way. We went down this way. We went down the way back here. we go down this way? We did not. Tells me there's probably something down here. Oh yay, more of these jackasses. Again, if I could turn undead, these guys would be no problem. Best I have a sunburst. Probably just gonna lead down to a dead end, or more of those guys. Okay, that's our lever we already found. Some urns. So there's actually nothing down here. Well, maybe the well, I wouldn't imagine the switches are randomly placed. Since this is my first playthrough, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Don't know what to expect. Haven't been watching any videos. Barely watch Court Opens because, you know. I kind of was paying more attention to the chat and making sure people weren't being dipshits. Because that's what I do. I'm married. Alright, what's down here? Okay, there's something there. Let's go back up here. Poke our noses down the other hallway. Oh, goody. We all kind of need some shrining here, don't we? Tell me there's a goddamn shrine down here somewhere.
Are you trying to kill your friends on purpose? Kobold can help!
As you approach, the two amber golems begin to move.
need my acid storm to come off of cooldown. I still have so much time to wait. Alright, 1 and 2.
The final golem collapses, opening the way forward.
But this isn't... Hold on. I think we need to go back down the other pathway. I can get out of here. One of the things I wanted to avoid doing is basically going through all the quests without, you know, by just looking things up on the wiki. I wanted to actually go through them on my own. Okay. Both of these?
You hear stone grinding on stone. 2 of the stone lions begin to move.
We desperately need a shrine.
As the last lion falls, the next 2 stone lions start to move. A dread chill fills the air as the last statue comes to life. The wall at the end of the hall slides down when the stone lion falls.
Is it a trap? When these come in, you know, because of the lighting, makes me think that they're hidden doors. Aha! Shrine! That's what the doctor ordered. Because holy crap, we need some resting here. Alright.
You
We've already
rest,
beaten the two
Master.
golems.
Kobold will stand watch. Just kidding.
Alright. And Froggo's still dead because Froggo. Then he gets instantly healed by everybody. Okay. Now let's go back down that other path. Let's see what's what. Creepy music from Mr. Bill Champagne. As always. Well, not as always. His music is generally not so creepy.
In this vision, Victor Mordenheim is speaking to some kind of unseen entity. She seems quite upset. Dark powers, I beseech you. Give me the answer to restoring life. I bring you this heart. It is incomplete. It cannot save her. Grant me the power of creation.
They did, but...
I see. I understand now. I know what must be done. The thick snow begins to fall and the temperature plummets. You've seen how Victra's bargain with the dark powers gave her the ability to craft the unbreakable heart.
Neat.
And how the endless winter started immediately afterward. It's time to return to the city and think about how to stop Dr. Mordenheim.
Double shot, not good for me. Bleak insulators. Heroic deeds. Alright. Well. So, Dr. Mordenheim and Elise were lovers. And... Elise died. So far, we learned this. And we've also learned that Dr. Mordenheim figured out, because of her pact with the dark powers, how to create the unbreakable heart, implanted it into Elise, and Elise now is kind of salty about it. Okay. I was expecting a fight at the end of the dungeon. Not the Stone Temple Lion, but the other one. So, the legends of the Dark Temple are true, you say. Fascinating, fascinating! Now, does this mean the local stories no longer qualify as folklore, then? That's the sort of question that will have folklorists arguing for years! Alright, sorry for talking shop. The visions you saw are true, then Dr. Mordenheim is responsible for the endless winter that holds Lamornia in its grip. You better tell that to someone important. A mere collector of tales like myself can't do much to help, I'm afraid. Okay. And as usual, nothing really good in your quest rewards. I don't collect hearts of wood because I have a whole ass character who does that. Like, I have over like 60 hearts of wood just lying around. Alrighty. Let's go talk to the mayor. Now you're telling me Dr. Mordenheim is the one responsible for the endless winter? By all the powers, what am I to do with you? Really, you have a genius for causing trouble. In a very short time, you managed to make yourself the enemy of the two most powerful people in the entire land. Well, what do you think I should do? I'm sure you understand I can no longer be associated with persons such as you. Please take my advice and leave this place immediately. Here, this will cover your expenses. You've become a renegade, just like Hona or Ilona Rabis. A respectable person will want to talk to her since she left Darton. Ooh. And she sounds like someone I need to talk to. Okay. Quest chain complete. An open lock 20 would be nice, except really I have better stuff. There we go. How's my guild doing? How's my guild doing? Okay, to be fair, I'm on Cormier. That's why I haven't been dealing with a lot of lag tonight. Alright, city clerk. What do you, can you tell me anything? That's funny. Oh, you're the person. Alright, hold on. We need to go sell things. Oh, at some point I got one of those, which are almost completely useless right now. That's okay. Okay, what's on the menu? Let's repair my shit because I got my ass kicked a few times there. A swift crossbow of double shot. That would be good if you could actually properly wield it without using a sentient weapon. Alright, where's the mailbox? It's in the corner. I see somebody likes to play World of Warcraft with a name of like Ilaria. Hey! DDO points, I'll take those. So I don't think that was the boss. I think the lion, the stone lion, was the boss. And I've seen a couple of places in the game where, or in this expansion, where things are not always what they seem. So, I'm liking things being, a little bit turned around like this. You know, make it a little bit spicy, so it's like, oh, is that the same old, same old? Alright, I will get me a new Albereth, because Albereth is better than Bulwark. Don't listen to Cordovan, who says that Bulwark is the best. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Alright, let's go talk to Ilona. I heard we share a common enemy, Dr. Victor Mortenheim. Now you tell me that Mortenheim is also responsible for Lamorti's endless winter? Come, let's join forces. Alright, let's see what we can do about her. Why is she your enemy? What did you do? Wasn't always this way. Once I was one of Dr. Mortenheim's closest assistants, helping with her most complex experiments. Yet in time I grew disillusioned with Mortenheim and her research program. She was completely obsessed with her own work, dismissing concepts and concerns from anyone else. I had no hope of pursuing my own ideas. The way she treated other people was intolerable. After what she did to Armand Auerbach, I knew I had to leave. When I told Dr. Mortenheim, she declared me her enemy and said to thwart me at every turn. Okay. Let's begin with the most urgent priority. You say the Baron tried to kill you? Well, he will not rest until you are dead. You must strike back immediately and eliminate him as a threat. Ooh. Of course, I don't recommend you go back to Schloss Albrecher and knock on the front door. It should be heavily guarded. It would be worth it to return to the Baron's castle by the cave you escaped from. Ooh. You know a boat captain who will take you there discreetly, Sepp Olhausen. He's famed in these parts for his, shall we say, disreputable transactions. But he's a competent sailor, and most importantly, he's no friend of the Baron's. Alright. This is like going back to Castle Ravenloft for the second time. Only, let's be honest, Schloss Albrecher is not as awesome. Is not as complicated as Castle Ravenloft. Got a mine owner, a reputable sea captain, a former asylum doctor, and a former asylum orderly, and then finally Dr. Bornheim's steward. Yes, of course I know the place you're talking about. We've sailed these waters my whole life doing any kind of job people would pay me to. I'm going to take you to the cove with the cave close by the Schloss. I could do that, but I wouldn't if I were you. None of my business, though. Castle Ravenloft is very complicated and complex. So, I expect it to be what it is. So, I posted a picture on Blue Sky of my cute little kitten while she was snoozing earlier. She's all curled up with her paw over her nosy. Alright. Okay, so why wouldn't you go there? The cave leads to Schlossbrecher, and I need to get there quietly. Why? And the Baron has all sorts of things that are delivered to that cove. Mechanical equipment, medical supplies, bodies, and a whole bunch of nasty toffs. Haha, the word toffs. You work for that Mordenheim person. Look at you like you're something in the zoo. Too many watching eyes, too much trouble for my taste. Though I was there by there earlier, mind you, and the place seemed completely deserted. Don't know what's that's about. Okay, that was me. That was me. I was through there and thinned things out. I helped clean house. Alright. I'm gonna pull up Thad's channel real quick and wave at Thad. Just to say I waved at Thad. Thadrius. He was a pretty good people. I'll wave at Thad. Alright. I'm just keeping my stream streak going. You understand. I actually have 380 days. Big difference. On Devilor's channel, because even if I'm away, if I see the notification pop up on my phone that he's gone live, even, you know, I'll pop up and, you know, watch the stream briefly. Enough to get the thing to trigger. Did you now? That's a different matter entirely. Don't know what you could. Didn't know you could take care of yourself. Hope we'll give these toffs exactly what they deserve. I'll give the Baron what he deserves, so you'll take me. Let's go! Take you to the cave in a small boat. As far as anyone would be able to tell, we'll just be a couple of fishermen. Meet me down by the docks and you can return to Schloss Allbrecher. Okay. It's time to come up through the basement. Let me check one thing real quick. So yeah, I did the body snatchers on hard, so I probably will want to go back and do it on elite. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3 is 24. And if 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Yeah, I would need to do that last quest on hard or on elite. Makes sense. You did run it that many times that I almost learned all the variants when it just released. Nice. Okay, so actually, do I want to go back and do the body snatchers on elite real quick? Because we only have about 20 minutes left, and I kind of want to, just to get them all on elite. Because I wasn't know what I was getting into, but now I kind of have the expansion clocked as to how hard it is compared to my build. And I think the body snatchers, I can go back and do that one on elite right now. Let's do that. Oh, that's where that is. Alright, we'll go do that. His name was Marco, and almost I was sad that his surname wasn't Polo. Alright. Summon our people. Are you sure you have your character at level cap so you can help? I'm fine. I love to run with a pile of hirelings. That way I can tell them what to do. It's kind of helpful that way. Alright, let's go back in here. And run on elite.
You stumble out of the frigid mists and into a densely built courtyard. A voice drifts up from down below.
Nothing. Somebody nabbed this one before we got here.
Body snatching scourge continues. Resurrection of gangs run rampant. The bodies of the newly interred continue to vanish from Ludendorff cemeteries, causing further sorrow to the recently bereaved. The situation has become so severe that the authorities are contemplating a ban on burials until the problem can be controlled. It is universally agreed that criminal gangs are responsible for the shocking thefts. These body snatchers, or resurrectionists, have spread unchecked in recent months, with some stating that the demand for the new type of servitors is to blame. When reached for comment, however, Baron von Albrecher denied that this was the case. Dr. Moltenheim's inventions are essential during these troubled times, said the Baron in a written statement. It is imperative that we create no impediments to her innovations. Alright. The notice of eviction. Now we're not gonna go through all of the stuff on this quest because I've already done it.
The woman asks you to find the body of her cousin Arvid. She thinks that body snatchers have taken it.
Probably. Alright, let's remember we have buffs. As much as I dislike bark skin, we gonna use it.
Too late. The birds got to him. Not even any bits we can salvage. She's so particular, and we can't afford to get on her bad side. Nobody wants to get on her bad side.
That is definitely the same voice actress who did the Crypt Keeper in Voices of the Dead. Where are you, you reprobate? There you are. headphones for this. And then I'm gonna play with the little kitten after the stream. I'm also gonna play some Dune Awakening. I have actually been playing the test or the free trial off stream, and I was given the final thing to okay, now you can leave the starter area and go to this other area. Except now you have to cross the Vermilion Gap and not die to the worm. And I'm like, oh shit. And what did I do? I died to the worm. 3 times, in fact. Let me pop this up here real quick. No, you may not update to the latest version, you stupid piece of junk. There we go. Then maybe we'll get snacks later, I don't know. Snacks sound good. Ron is just standing out there in the hallway, like, I'm gonna be out here. I'm fine. Ooh, somebody dropped the chest. Froggo, do the Froggo thing. Well, Froggo did the Froggo thing and blew them all up. That's fine. He's not gonna do the... Yep. More stuff! More stuff. Alright, we are going upstairs. Did I go upstairs last time? I did go upstairs last time, didn't I?
So the Toddstrasser gang was already here. That'll do, Schmidt. You can slink back to your hut now. Come on, lads. Get to searching. We'll have to earn our supper today. It's not like before, when you could just pluck them out of the ground.
These grave robbers met their end at the hands of some kind of terrifying
That
phantom.
critter is so freaking cool!
The ghostly creature vanishes as quickly as it appeared. Wait, is there something in here? You've been asked to retrieve a cookbook from the neighboring apartment. Eerie laughter fills the room.
Wow. I'm perished. That was fun. Hello, I've already got one of those. I think for the first time I did this quest, in fact. Let's climb back up.
You've returned the cookbook to its rightful owner.
That was a worthy death. That was worthy. Because the shrine's right here. Ooh, I didn't sketch this newspaper. Baron's Gala dazzled Ludendorff's elite. Ludendorff's great and good were dazzled by last night's gala reception at Schloss Albrecher. The event was calculated to lift spirits and succeeded in its goal, receiving universal acclaim from the various attendees. The Baron's great hall was gaily lit and sumptuously decorated, a welcome contrast to the deep Arctic night outside. There was dancing, a buffet collation, and a charity raffle of one of the Baron's superb hunting rifles, with the proceeds to be used to buy coal for worthy Ludendorff families in need. Aww. The Baron, compelled to attend to important matters of state, did not appear in person, yet he was able to address the assembled guests thanks to one of Dr. Mordenheim's ingenious devices. The Baron confirmed that this event was only the first of many he has planned. It is vital that we do not give in to dark humors in these arduous times, he said. It is incumbent upon us to keep the lamp of good fellowship lit, and to illustrate to all orders of our society that all will be well if we make it so. Make it so. Number 1. Among those in attendance at the reception were the mayor of Ludendorff and his wife, the chancellor of Ludendorff University. The mayor of Ludendorff and his wife, the chancellor of Ludendorff University, and the senior directors of the Polstein mine. It is said that Dr. Victor Mortenheim was there as well, but she was not spied by this diligent correspondent. The bay having frozen over, guests arrived at Schloss Albrecher by sleigh, with the newly ubiquitous and fashionable bearskins used as lap robes. Expert marksmen, one poised on each sleigh, made easy sport of the bird flocks that threatened to harass the caravan. One servant tending to a sleigh was lost. Oh, wow. Alright, let's shrine up.
Time to close eyes and dream of big, juicy rats and shinies.
Like, nobody is shrining. No, it's because I didn't hit the shrine. Duh. I'm an idiot. Let me get the buffs back. It feels like there should be a hallway there, but there's not. Alright. Froggo, do your thing. Come on, Froggo. Oh, we got 2 for 1 day at the Circle K. Shrine in here. We don't really need the shrine right now. remember these guys. Carrying prelates. Freaking hate you guys. Okay, so yeah, this is the door we unlocked. So this is the way you can go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here. Here. Come here. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Somebody woke up. Here. Here, little Stormlost. Here. Come here, look at him. Come here. Hi. Wakey, wakey, little kitten. It's a little kitten. Hold on. Hi, Stormlost. Are you hungry? Alright. On your chair. Little kitten. Alright. Computer's getting a little warm. Alrighty. Helps that, you know, I'm actually wearing a hoodie. Alrighty. She is cute. She's so small! We're still gonna use the shrine, just because.
Guys, if
And then we're gonna call it night after we finish this quest.
this is great time for ambush.
But yep, she's my little rescue kitten. I rescued her a week and change ago, just shy of 2 weeks, by diving under a hedge during the middle of a lightning storm in a downpour. Good times.
An angry voice rings out from the courtyard.
Where are my bodies, Schmidt? You promised me bodies. You know what I think? I think you sold your tip-offs to all the gangs. Then when they came looking for the corpses, you claimed some other mob took them. And I think all that time, you were keeping the bodies for yourself. Probably in that shabby little shed of yours. But you know me, Schmidt. I never go away empty-handed. If I don't find bodies, I make them.
A voice cries out in terror. No! No! Ah!
Well now, seems I was right. Schmidt's hut is stuffed full of dead-ends. Have the stitch job put him on the carts.
lone woman stands watching the murderous body snatchers. She seems to be oblivious to the danger and the cold. One of the body snatchers spots you. Boy, get your hands off our property. That stitch job belongs to the Deadmongers.
Deal with this rat bag, lads. I've off to Dead Man's Crossing. I've got some things to talk over with the others.
Snatching criminals. What sort of place have you stumbled into?
Well, wouldn't you like to know? Ooh! Ho 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 ho! Very nice, and a rare filigree. Nice, nice, nice. I can't actually use this. Well, I could actually on this character. I could. Kobold's gonna love me. Let's get out of here. Oh, we didn't find Cousin Arvid's body, did we? But it's over here.
You found Cousin Arvid's body. Perhaps now he can receive a proper burial.
Nice. Nice end of the quest to the stream as well. Uh-oh, she's playing with Fluff. She's going to the door. Like, she knows there's something outside the door. Because she has followed me out to the rest of the house. So let's go recall and turn our quest in. So she wants to play with what's outside, and the other cats are like, no, not happening. Okay, so now we're caught up with all of the quests I've done so far, completed at Elite, so that as I continue the quest chain, I can get the true Elite reward when I'm done. So that was a nice little thing here. So let's go feed the kobold. That's not a euphemism.
Ooh, this is best part. Kobold nap time.
Because we are not anywhere near maxed out on this character. So here we go.
Ooh, shiny!
I love the kobold. The kobold is my favorite of the sentient jewels. My second favorite is Cordo's because it's just so funny. And I think after that, the Inquisitive. I don't have Wave or Whelm. I do like them both. I've listened to their sound effects on... There's a website that keeps track of all that shit. So I do like them. It's just I don't get to listen to them. Because I don't actually have them. Okay. Okie dokie. So that's gonna do it for me. I will be on DDO stream tomorrow night starting at 8 o'clock. And we're gonna continue our story here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to download this, the video from from DDO stream. And go from there. Actually, we're gonna start tomorrow here, right in front of this person. We just did that quest. Alright. We're gonna go on out of here. So you all know the drill. Be good. If you can't be good at it. And I will talk to you all later. Bye now.